All right, let's kick off another deep dive. Today we're tackling the crypto market, and our guide is the daily crypto market report from Crypto Deep Dive. The one from January 28th, 2025.
Buckle up because things change fast in crypto.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to navigate a jungle out there.
Exactly. I mean, just look at the market cap. It's up a decent 1.34%, now at a whopping $3.49 trillion. Sounds pretty amazing,
It
though.
does. But then you see trading volumes down.
Yeah, more than 30%.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like, are the big players just making huge moves while everyone else is kind of hesitant?
It's possible, but here's the real head scratcher. Stablecoins make up, get this, 90% of that trading volume.
Oh, 90%. So what are people getting cold feet about volatility? Like, is this the end of the whole get-rich-quick dream?
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a temporary thing. What do you think? What about you listening in? Any theories?
Let us know. But hey, while we're on the topic of movement, there's this token, literally called Movement, MEVE. It's up 15% today.
Yeah, impressive volume too, like $424 million. They're all about these decentralized social apps.
Which makes sense, right? The idea of like owning your own social media experience. Speaking of trends, how about Jupiter, JUP?
Up over 13%, and it's all thanks to their blockchain gaming partnerships.
Oh, yeah. Seems like every game wants to have a crypto tie-in these days.
For sure, it's a huge market. Then we've got XDC Network making waves.
What are they up to?
They're getting into global trade finance solutions.
So using blockchain to make international payments smoother.
You got it. Could be massive for businesses everywhere. It really is incredible how blockchain is popping up in so many places.
True, but like anything that grows this fast, there are bound to be some hiccups along the way.
Absolutely. And that's where Virtual's protocol, Virtual, comes in.
Oh yeah, they're down, what is it, almost 10% today?
Yep, lots of uncertainty around their partnerships right now. Just goes to show not every project is a guaranteed winner.
Definitely a good reminder to do your research. And then there's WorldCoin.
Ah, WorldCoin. They're facing some pushback from regulators, especially in Brazil.
With that whole error scanning ID system, right?
Yep, seems like they're hitting some roadblocks, both regulatory and just getting people to actually use it.
Makes you think, even with groundbreaking tech, you still got to navigate the real world, all the legal and social stuff.
For sure. Oh, and how could I forget? We have Sonic.
Wait, Sonic, isn't that like the hedgehog?
Not quite. They were formerly FTM, but they're trying to rebrand. Struggling a bit, though, losing some ground in the market.
Shows how important branding is, huh? Not just the tech itself, but how people see it.
Couldn't agree more. Speaking of perceptions, things are heating up for Binance.
Oh, right, with the French authorities investigating them, right?
That's the one. They're looking into money laundering and fraud allegations. It really puts a spotlight on those know your customer procedures, the KYC stuff.
Binance says they're fully cooperating, but it's definitely a sign that regulators worldwide are paying attention.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's KuCoin.
What's going on with them?
Just pleaded guilty to U.S. charges, had to pay a hefty fine, $300 million, all because they were operating without a license.
Wow, that's a lot of money. Makes you think, is all this regulatory pressure going to squash innovation?
It's a valid question. Will it lead to a more mature and stable ecosystem or stifle creativity? It's tough to say. What are your thoughts?
It's a tough one. On one hand, we want innovation, we want this tech to thrive, but we also need some rules to protect people, make sure everything's above board. Finding that sweet spot, that's going to be key.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, brace yourself for this. We're entering the realm where AI and blockchain collide.
Oh, this should be good.
The Venice AI token, it just launched, and boom, within hours, a $1.6 billion valuation.
That's insane. What's so special about it?
This token, it gives you access to DeepSeek's private AI model.
So it's like AI powered by crypto.
You got it. It's like a whole new breed of projects. And get this, even Hollywood's getting in on the action.
Seriously? Tell me more.
Well, David S. Goyer, the guy behind The Dark Knight and Blade, he's actually using blockchain and AI to create a whole new film universe.
You're kidding. It's amazing how these technologies are shaking things up.
It really is. But not everyone is thrilled about all this change.
You're talking about OpenSea.
Yeah, they're facing some serious backlash over their new OS2 beta launch.
What happened?
Users are accusing them of not being transparent, of playing favorites with their token distribution.
Oh, so it's like a whole debate about decentralization and what that really means for platforms like OpenSea.
Yeah, the lines are getting blurry, causing some friction in the community.
While OpenSea's figuring that out, GetGems is taking a different approach to NFTs.
Oh yeah, they're teaming up with Telegram, of all things.
Telegram, the messaging app.
The one and only. They're betting on Telegram's huge user base and that TON blockchain.
So they're going for more mainstream adoption, huh? Interesting strategy. And of course, we can't forget about good old President Trump.
Oh, yeah, he's never far from the headlines, is he? His executive order pushing those USD-pegged stablecoins, that's really stirred things up.
Especially in the EU, right? They're worried
Yeah.
about dollar dominance.
Big time. And then, just to make things even more interesting, Tuttle Capital is filing for leveraged crypto ETFs.
Leveraged ETFs, that's risky business, isn't it? What are they targeting?
Memcoins, including those backed by, get this, Donald and Melania Trump.
Wow, that's a bold move. Meme coins are already risky, and then you throw in the Trump factor. Talk about a wild card.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
But now let's see what's happening on the, how should I put it, more traditional side of finance.
Yeah, are those big institutions finally taking crypto seriously? Or are they still kind of tiptoeing around it?
Well, let me tell about FTSE Russell. They're a big deal when it comes to, indexes and all that. They just partnered up with SonarX.
SonarX, what do they do?
They're all about on-chain analytics.
So basically, using data from the blockchain to make investment decisions.
Exactly. It's like having this whole new level of transparency. You can see exactly what's happening on the blockchain.
Pretty powerful stuff. And it sounds like FTSE Russell sees the potential there.
Oh, absolutely. It's a clear sign that institutional interest is heating up. They're realizing they can't just ignore crypto anymore. What does this mean for you, the average investor? Well, it could mean more reliable data, better insights, maybe even some new investment opportunities. Speaking of new opportunities, I'm curious about Ethereum. It's like the foundation for so many dApps, and it's constantly evolving.
And speaking of evolving, you're not going to believe this, the SSV network, they just announced a major upgrade.
What kind of upgrade?
So they figured out a way for what they call apps, basically decentralized apps, to connect directly to Ethereum's layer 1 chain. No more going through all those extra layers. It's like a direct line.
Okay, but in plain English, what does that mean? Like, what's the benefit?
Well, think of it this way. Smoother transactions, less congestion, and a whole lot more secure.
Sounds pretty good to me. So this could be huge for developers, for users, for the whole Ethereum ecosystem.
It could be. It's all about making Ethereum more scalable and secure. And you know what? It's a perfect example of this ongoing dance between, let's say, the old guard of finance and this new wave of decentralized tech.
Yeah, you have these giants like FTSE Russell coming in, bringing their experience, and then you have platforms like Ethereum constantly pushing the boundaries, innovating.
It's exciting to watch, and it all comes back to that big question. What will the future of crypto look like?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's time for the grand finale of our crypto deep dive. Time to put all the pieces together, see what we've learned.
It's been quite the journey, that's for sure. Market swings, regulations, AI taking over Hollywood. Who knows what's next?
Right. It's a lot to take in, but I think some big picture stuff is emerging. Remember how we talked about stablecoins dominating the trading volume?
Yeah, like 90%. It was crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes me think maybe people are craving stability, less of that Wild West vibe.
It's possible. And then you've got those traditional finance players like FTSE Russell joining forces with SonarX.
Yeah, they're not messing around. Seems like they're realizing crypto is here to stay.
They're definitely taking it seriously, bringing their big brains and their data analysis to the table.
And while they're figuring things out on that side, we've got Ethereum over here, constantly innovating. Those upgrades, like the one from SSV Network, pretty impressive stuff.
Well, yeah, making things faster, more secure, more efficient. It's like two worlds colliding, isn't it? Traditional finance and this whole decentralized revolution.
A collision, or maybe a dance. They're kind of figuring out how to move together.
I like that, a dance. And let's not forget the music in the background, all those regulations.
Oh yeah, Binance under investigation, KuCoin paying those hefty fines. It's a reminder that governments are trying to catch up, figure out how to handle this whole thing.
Will they stifle innovation or create a more stable market? Only time will tell.
It's a tough balance. And then you add the political side of things, like President Trump, with those stablecoin pronouncements.
It's a wild mix, that's for sure. So, listener, as we wrap up this deep dive, what are you walking away with?
Yeah, we've explored a ton: market trends, tech breakthroughs, regulations, politics, even Hollywood getting in on the action. What's sticking with you?
What excites you about the future of crypto? What worries you? Because ultimately, it's all being shaped right now by all of us, our decisions, the technologies we develop, even the conversations we have.
So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of crypto is still being written, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one holding the pen.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, keep exploring the world of crypto.